name's Jason Weber. I'm the Vice President of Product at Veracity Industrial Networks, and today we have another quick tip for you. I'm going to be talking about deployment options for the Veracity OT Network Controller. We get a lot of questions about converting to a software-defined network and what the options are. So I'm going to talk through the three various ways that you can do that. So if you see on the slide, we've got a core switch, an OT firewall. There is an SDN distribution switch. We see a lot of these rack-mounted switches at this level that all you have to do is change an activation to enable OpenFlow on it. A very common switch we see a lot is a Cisco 9300, 9400, 9500. It's merely an activation to make that switch compatible with the software-defined network product. So if we look at this at the bottom, we've got several options. We've got a software-defined networking switch and devices below it. And then what we have are legacy switches or traditional network switches that do not have OpenFlow installed on them. So I'm going to talk through a little bit about what you get with each one. If you have an SDN, let's start out at the top. You have an SDN distribution switch, which you would need, you automatically get segmentation. So a typical segmentation project involves installing a lot of VLANs or setting up VLANs, re-IPing devices, recabling networks, that sort of a thing. With having an SDN switch right at the top, you automatically get everything that goes through there is controlled by our controller and is segmented from each other. Now, that is a great starting point. What we will coach our customers to do next is to look at what are the critical assets. So one example I like to use is a mine. There's a mainline conveyor in a mine. If that shuts down, the mine shuts down. All the other equipment you can kind of work around, but if that mainline conveyor shuts down, you're out of luck. Seen other ones, sand casting plant, actually another mainline conveyor. But you look at the most critical assets in your facility, and then you can add in SDN switches to protect those and microsegment that section of the network. So if you have a software-defined network switch down at that level, say a DIN-mounted one, that will give you full visibility and full control over the entire network there. If, however, you have a hybrid network, which most people who are installing this in a brownfield installation will, what do you get when you have those legacy switches or traditional switches hooked into your SDN distribution switch? Well, if you do everything below that, we really don't have the ability to control the east-west traffic and very limited visibility. Devices will appear if they need to speak up and out, so into the IT space or even any of the servers or controllers or SCADA systems that are in the upper levels, you absolutely will see the device come through there. And if we look at the bottom right of the diagram, anything that passes through the SDN distribution switch, either from one legacy switch through it down to another one, or even up to any of those servers, we do have some control over that traffic that comes through. So what we want to do is offer options and the ability to phase in this great networking solution into your plant, and you can pick and choose, and as devices get upgraded or replaced and over time, you can gradually get more and more microsegmentation, more and more simple control of your network and elimination of those complex legacy type apparatus like virtual LANs, access control lists, that sort of a thing, and really simplify your network. So if you have any questions, please visit veracity.io or reach out to us on support@veracity.io. Thank you.